Every generation has their thing. In the 70s, it was hippies and Star Wars, disco and streaking.
Streaking?
Well, I don't know if you did that, just in general.
Oh, in the 80s, we had MTV, we had big hair, the advent of the internet, and now Facebook and YouTube have given birth to a new kind of fad.
It's called planking. Question is, what the heck is it? Who would do it? And more importantly, why would people do it? Heidi Hatch has been doing her homework.
Absolutely, Mark and Shauna. I like to think I'm pretty hip, at least that's what I tell myself. Before I was assigned this story, I knew what planking was. I'd even thought about doing it. But to truly understand planking, I feel like you have to do it. So tonight, I will be your planking professor. Yes, I am the teacher, and this is Planking 101. If this is your idea of planking, you are totally behind the times by a couple centuries. Planking is a social phenomenon, so big it has its own wiki page and its own episode on The Office.
Planking is a very stupid and dangerous trend. Basically, you lie like a plank in weird places. That's it.
Let's get the dangerous part out of the way. People plank all the time and they do it safely. An Australian man did die while trying to plank a railing on the 7th floor of his apartment building. That is not smart and not the norm.
My kids are smart enough to know when they're in danger.
Meet Jean-Marc, a Utah dad who not only lets his kids plank, he planks along with them.
Being together with your family, doing fun things, getting a few laughs, having some memories, that's what it's about.
Cool dad, right?
My parents are awesome when it comes to planking.
Stefania is a planking ace these days. Her friend Erin was the one who introduced her to the idea.
I was on Facebook and saw a thing on it and thought that was the stupidest thing I've ever seen in my life. I have to go try it.
I was like, what is that? And he said, you lay down on stuff.
When I was a kid, we called that sleeping or plain dead.
Okay, I'll try it. And I end up getting up on top of it and it's like a T. And it hurt, but I was addicted.
Stefania's first plank was not easy. She planked a plank.
At first I thought, that's really dumb. Why are you doing that?
And then the mom in the family saw the planking light.
I'm planking!
Planking is a legal high.
Once you do it once and they try it, they're hooked.
We just built a beautiful... Here, help.
It's a team effort for this family. Mom usually takes the pictures. Dad helps his kids master the art.
Planking! I personally love planking just because it's so absurd.
And that is the beauty of the plank.
I did one on an electrical box sideways on a wall. That one was pretty creative.
Is it good?
Yeah.
That one's good.
I'm planking!
The parallel plank is fun on a rail, on a bison, on a bench. There's a postal plank, a bucket plank, Capitol Rotunda plank, and the first plank.
Why don't you get a little more serious here? Why don't you come across here?
Come across these. Not wanting to lose my credibility as a serious journalist, I chose a newspaper stand to launch my planking career. My head down, toes pointed. I'm planking! If you don't call it, it doesn't count.
I am planking!
It seems the family that planks together stays together, and this family showed me exactly how it's done. On a sign, on an outhouse, in an icebox, on the mayo shelf, across the table, riding on a cart. At the checkout, so embarrassed, I was ready to check out.
Thank you.
I don't get embarrassed very easily.
A good trait, especially if you have planking potential.
Any planks you're dying to do?
I'd love to plank the president.
And really, who can blame him? Planking may someday be an Olympic sport.
Planking requires a lot of abs.
I think it's ridiculous.
Waste of time.
Kids, don't try planking. It's dangerous.
I'd say it's pretty dumb, but it's pretty much a waste of time, but it's a lot of fun.
I am planking!
I too am planking.
So there you have it. You should also know there are some splinter groups. I don't know if you've heard of these. Owling and Batmaning. Owling, I'm not a huge fan of because you're crouching down in a picture and who likes that? It'll make your thighs look fat, not me. The next one is Batmaning, and I feel like you have a lot of brute strength to do it. I just can't pull it off. And the Batman costume would be nice. Again, tried that earlier tonight. That didn't work out. And quite frankly, a lot of times with Batmaning, you have the danger of possibly, well, a little brain damage if you fall down. So in the end, I feel like I am going to stick with planking because quite frankly, the original is always the best. So I brought a few friends along with me. Everyone, 3, 2, 1. I'm planking! Everybody's doing it. Mark and Shauna, I can't see you, but I hope you're up on the news desk right now.
Okay, Heidi. I plank every night at about midnight
That's
on my
called
bed.
sleeping.
I fall asleep.
Okay, if you
That's
have
the only
good form, I'll
planking I
count
do.
it. All right.
All right, learn something new every day. Now we know. We've
All
been
right.
educated.
Yeah, we have been. Look at
Thanks,
those guys.
Heidi.